Wow. So far, the voicemail episode has been wild.
Hey, ladies. Next question. Would you rather be a virgin until you're 40 years old or never be able to have sex after turning 40?
Would you rather never
Be a virgin till 40.
Virgin till 40 or have sex up until 40, which is technically only like 25 years because you really don't start having sex till like 15 or 40 to 80. I'm thinking my sex drive probably is going to go down after 40 anyway, right? Right. So maybe I'll just be more independent and fuck myself. And then I'm going to do really hardcore shit from like 15 to 40.
See, I envision myself on my third husband, just going nuts into my 90s.
Oh, until your 90s. Oh, I envision marrying a 90-year-old and waiting for him to die. There's that.
Fair. Very fair. Yeah. This is a really like if someone.
It's a great question.
It's a great question. Someone really put this in front of me, I would be like, "Fuck!"
If
I
they
don't know
held
what
a
to
gun
do.
to my head, fuck for a really hardcore 25 years, and then be like, "I am tired. I am tired, and I am doing it on my own."
Move to Florida and just
move
go
to
to Disney
Florida.
World every day.
Move to Florida in a retirement home at 40 and just play with Doc Johnson stuff all day.
We're going to the voicemail episode. Oh, there she goes. There she goes.
Hi, ladies. Big fan. Born and raised
Big
Jersey
fan.
girl that moved to Texas, and I've made everybody down here listen to you. I'm a big believer that everything happens for a reason and makes us who we are. Is there anything that you would go back in time and change? Something that you did, something that you said, or would you keep it the same because it's made you who you are or changed the course of your life? Thank you, love you, and stay bad.
Oh, stay bad.
I love her.
Stay bad.
Go ahead, you go first.
So I think the first thing that comes to my mind is just friendships that I've fucked up and people that I've like X'd out of my life that like probably didn't need to.
Classic Scorpio.
Yeah, like they probably would have been good friends in adulthood, and I see their like families, and I'm like, I kind of feel bad that like I just said I washed my hands of them.
Oh yeah, that's me.
But then
I cut
when-
people off like it's like scissors.
But then when she said like, but then it also that has shaped who I am because it made me appreciate my friendships more now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I am a big like no regrets.
No regrets.
Not a single letter. I don't know. I feel like it
So none
really.
of the kids? No, I'm just kidding. That middle one, no.
I feel like regrets are stupid because there's nothing you could do to change them, and like you learn from them whether they're bad or good. I feel like if I had to go back in hindsight, I would change the way I did things, a lot of things, but like it's not an option. So like I'm like a realist. I don't harp on like the what ifs
Because you would make yourself crazy.
Glass is half empty or half full. I'm like, it's a fucking glass. That's how I look at things. Like,
My God.
it's a glass, it's water or tequila, whatever you want it to be. Like, I don't know this, like, oh my God, the glass half empty. And I'm like, half full. And I'm like, who the fuck cares what it is? I'm not an optimist. I'm not a pessimist. I'm a realist. I'm just like, I don't stress about like the fucking presidency because I can't change it. Like,
Yeah, you
you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't fucking myself, my one human, I can't fucking change it. And then we're all going to get hit by a fucking tidal wave anyway. So that's a natural disaster is going to come take us all. So I'm like, whatever. Like, who the fuck? I'm not stressed. I don't stress shit. I don't watch the news. I don't like, I have my own fucking problems.
Bro, you are the definition of a bad example.
Yeah. Anyway, next.
I'm fucking dead.
Hey, Tracy and Jessica. My name's Kendallin, and I had a question about how do you know when a friendship or even a family member or, you know, anything of that sort where it's toxic and you need to get rid of that person?
I am notorious for somebody doing one thing and me never speaking to them again.
Yep.
I'll reuse their name because that person does not exist. They are not a human. They do not exist in my world.
What does it take to get to that level?
It takes a lot or very little. It's really just the day you piss me off, the way it's done.
No, Tracy is a whole mood.
Yeah. Like you
whole
could
mood.
literally do nothing and just like make me question your loyalty, and I'll just like I'll block your number. You'll never hear from me again. I'll start calling my dog after you because the fucking name doesn't exist. Like,
I think the middle ground here.
I think I'm one of the, just a very severe case. I think
Yes.
normal people
No,
don't
I am.
react
I
like
am
that.
too. But I think the main level when we're talking toxic, because a toxic relationship, I think you should cut those people out of your life. There's no
I think there's a
reason
lot of
to-
versions of toxic, though. That's why I'm very quick to cut people out
There are.
when they do me wrong in 1 second.
I think when you're questioning, is this toxic? Is this my life? Like, you might be there already.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you're like, if you say the words like, this is toxic, like,
Yeah.
it's, yeah.
And we've said this, we repeatedly have said this, like, those people don't belong in your life. If they don't add value, they don't listen. Marie Kondo them. Like, if they don't bring you joy, like, get rid of them. That's the best way.
Put them in a bag and dump them in the
I know
Goodwill.
it's hard with family because I've read a lot of your messages. And you never know, like, you never want to, like, get rid of your mom or your dad. Like, you want to give them, like, a million chances over and over and over, right?
Yeah.
But it comes to a point that, like, if your sanity, your family's sanity is being affected over it, like, they gotta go.
I think it's when it's affecting your mental health.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
That's like your to go. Mm-hmm. Put it in a doggy bag. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Hey, Tracy and Jessica. This is Caitlin. I'm from New York. This question is actually for Tracy. So currently I have an 11-month-old baby boy and I am pregnant. So they're going to be a year and a half apart like your two girls. And I would take any advice that I can get from you and what items I should get and what not. Thank you. Love you guys.
Are we just sending her prayers?
Yeah, so I was 2 and 3 months pregnant at all my kids' first birthdays. So I was so stressed about planning the first birthday and then throwing up at the same time, and no one knew because I didn't really want to tell everybody and then feel more stressed with people being like, oh my God, how are you going to do this? Blah, blah, blah. But like, it's exhausting because you have a baby at home who needs attention and then you have a baby on its way. And I always felt bad because this is why I ended up letting my kids sleep with me till 18 months because I felt like I didn't get enough baby time with them. Like they didn't have enough one-on-one time with me. And I always felt really bad for Skylar and Jaden because with Jaden, pregnant with Jaden, Skylar, like I would always be like, you have to be a big girl. And then I'm like, she's fucking 18 months. She's barely talking.
Yeah.
And I'm forcing her to be a big girl. And that's why my kids have grown up and they're a lot more mature than a lot of other kids just because I kind of forced them to like be grown and I didn't give them like their baby time, like they're to be a kid. So like when Jaden takes off a diaper from the baby, she throws it in the garbage. Most babies would leave it on the floor. And it's just, I don't know if it's good in the long run
Most
because
babies, I will leave that shit on the floor.
yeah, like I don't know if it's good in the long run that I made them grow up fast, but like I feel like I try to do a lot of kids stuff with them because like also they model for companies. So they have big girl jobs at 4 and 3. Mm-hmm. And then they had to grow up and be big girls and big sisters at 18 months. So it was a lot. And I always regretted that a lot. So anytime,
are you saying that
I would just take full
that's
advantage.
What you did?
I feel like it's what you do, what people do when they're forced into like be giving birth again, because it's all about the baby. Mm-hmm. And so I made sure that everything was including her, and she would help me get diapers. Like Skylar, go run and get me a diaper, and she'd go get it, and then she felt like she was doing something for the baby. So it was more like
you were doing together.
Yeah, and I didn't exile her, and I let her
Mm-hmm.
hold her whenever she asked me, "Can I hold the baby?" Sure. You're 18 months old. Why not give her your 1 month old baby? Sure. People would be like, "Are you fucking nuts?" But I'm like, no, because this is their bonding. Like, not only is she a baby, she needs to learn how to bond with her sister, not be jealous of the baby. Mm-hmm. That's huge. So I just feel like cuddle her extra hard now before the baby comes. If she wants ice cream, give her ice cream. Like, what's the worst? Like, let her have certain things and being like, because you're such a good big sister, you get special things. So it's not like she's jealous of the baby. She's appreciative that the baby's here.
Smart. I like that.
Because a lot of kids are like mad that the baby, like, why is the baby getting all the attention? And then that's when siblings don't get along and they fight for
they
life.
resent each other.
Yeah.
I fucking hate my brother. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's do one more and then we'll take a quick commercial break.
Hi, guys. So my question is that after being with so many frogs, how or when did you realize that your husbands were the ones? Like, what was the moment? Love you guys. Bye.
So many frogs. I don't know. I feel like every guy I date, I think, is the one. And then I'm like, that like really that moment? Is that like a real thing, or is it just like, hey, you're cute, I'm cute,
let's be cute,
get along, like this is okay?
Corey chased me for like a year, and the whole time I was like, I don't really know. Like, I was getting out of another relationship to which I had a really hard time with it because every time I took him to a party with me, he would get mad at me for leaving and doing press and him not coming with me. And so that was like a huge trigger. And I was like, if this next guy can't come to a party with me and just kind of like make his own way and I don't have to babysit.
It's so funny that you just said this.
That was my deal breaker.
This is so what
it's weird because we were in the public eye at that point, so that's how I had to judge it. But
literally what you're saying is essentially what I was just going to say, which is like you have to date the bad frogs to realize like what your deal breakers are, what your non-negotiables are.
Those people are important.
Yeah, they're very important.
They're life-changing.
That is what you said is exactly where my brain was going, because I'm like, I dated some good guys, but there were things that I look back now and I'm like, holy shit, the rest of my life I could not have dealt with this or that, you know? So you deal with all those, and then all of a sudden, like after you date a few guys, you have this almost like ideal guy in your head. Yeah. And when he comes along, you kind of know because he checks off all the right boxes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, Corey and I were really like easy. It kind of just flowed. It happened. I mean, it took a while to get started, but like once it did, it was very quick. But you know how people like fight? People fight over the remote. It was like we fight over like you put something on, no, you put something on, and like we always just like liked the same shit. And like I was like, oh, imagine going through life not fighting over TV shows. Like how great is that? Like, and then I took him to a premiere party. I think it was season maybe 4. I took him to the party and I walked in and like I didn't see him the rest of the night, and he was out talking to everybody and having fun and like not on my ass. And I was like, there it is. This was the party that I needed. The next day, it was May 15th. I told him I loved him. Whoa. Because he had said it 2 weeks earlier and I didn't say it. And I was like, I'm not saying shit to you until I see how you are around people that I have to deal with all the time. And then once I saw it, I was like, yeah, he's good.
Wow. And
it was like a very weird, like so much in common and so easy. And it was just like easy peasy. Like it wasn't those like, oh, I really wish he would just go to work because he's all over me. Like we wanted to spend every single day together. And we did. It was weird.
And that's what you like. You literally said it though. You go kiss a few frogs and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, this one is what I'm looking for, because I already know what. And that's the reason I tell people to date and experiment.
It's
because
important to date.
How could you know who your prince is if you don't know who the frogs are?
And listen, I applaud high school relationships. I applaud long-lasting relationships because you guys are the fucking real MVPs. That's a fucking really long time.
I don't get it.
However, I don't get it.
It's too long with the same dick.
No, you meet in high school, you're 16, 17, 18. So that means you fuck maybe 2 people in your whole life. How do you even know what you like? Like, quoting Bridesmaids, honey, you don't even know what you like.
Dude, it's true.
I don't get it. Like, I could never, I know this will probably be on Treyway episode, but like, I'm going to tell my kids, like, you test drive cars.
Yeah, you've said that before.
100 times.
Partially disturbing.
It's so disturbing.
Honest.
My husband hates it because I'm basically telling my kids to have sex. But at the same time, like, you don't get stuff. This is why relationships fail, because lack of sex or no sexual connection or sex disappointment. And that's when people go out and cheat. And that's why relationships fail majority of the time, amongst other things. But that is a huge fucking factor. So if you're not sexually compatible with somebody, never, ever, ever going to work. That's why like arranged marriages blow my fucking mind. Dating somebody for 10 years and at a high school and then getting married, it's like, how do you expect that person to like never crave anything else? Like it fucking I don't even understand it. I mean, applaud. I don't get it.
Don't forget, guys, new clips air every Thursday. So see you next Thursday.
Hosted on dimlywit.com.
Even though we are not your best examples,
We're the best you've got.
So cheers, bitches.
Cheers. Make sure you subscribe to our channel for updates, and if you like this clip, share it with a friend.